Today, I'm going to take you through 6 aspects of flight simulation and why it is one of the greatest hobbies around. Firstly, there's the building side of this hobby. Simple cockpits, complex cockpits, GA aircraft, airliners, you name it, the list goes on. Not only that, the imagination goes on. It is endless, the amount of things that you can do when you get into building your own cockpit. Start with that simple yoke or that simple joystick on a desk, add a set of rudder pedals, add a radio panel, add some other avionics, and then before you know it, you start building a frame, adding screens, and all of a sudden you're now well and truly into a building. The satisfaction of doing DIY versus purchased off the shelf, or combinations of both. Getting your own 3D printer and learning about 3D printing and evolving with 3D printing and making your own switches, your own panels. The satisfaction of creating something that you have had a part in, that you have had the design in, and that you are ultimately going to use as part of your flight simulation journey. Building is fantastic and certainly one of the great aspects of flight simulation. The learning side of flight simulation, again, just like in any real world, is endless. Checklists, learning procedures, startup. Ourselves underway. Pre-flight inspection is done. I've circumnavigated the aircraft. I also can do this just to have a look around the aircraft from the outside. That would be my walk around. Seatbelts and harnesses are on. Understanding real-world aircraft systems. I have the Cessna 172 G1000. I'm still learning today what every single function does. It's mind-blowing the amount of things that you can learn on a daily basis, and it really keeps you engaged. You're improving your knowledge of navigation, reading of charts, weather, and aviation technology and phraseology. Really cool how you can learn all of this stuff from the comfort of your own home. Don't get me started on the flying side. How cool is this? VFR, IFR, learning how to navigate in different weather conditions, changing those weather conditions at your will, going from a beautiful sunny day into an absolute mind-blowing storm and trying to navigate in zero visibility. Practicing those short hops, circuits, landings, takeoffs, short field, crosswind, approaches in challenging conditions that you can set up. And when you think about it, the options are absolutely endless. The joy of discovering new parts of the world. Microsoft Flight Simulator has done the digital twin of the Earth extremely well, and it's getting better and better as every year goes on. You can go anywhere in the globe, anywhere that you like, and go and visit that location. I have flown up and down the coast here where I live in Western Australia, and I can pick out these landmarks. There's an open public swimming pool right on the coast here in Scarborough, Western Australia. I can see it from 1,000 feet as if it was real. It's unbelievable. And then we have the online side. Now think about this, the online side, a global online community. We're not talking a few people here. We are talking thousands of people around the world that jump onto these online platforms. And I'm talking platforms like VATSIM.
Airline traffic, Juliet Kilo November's overfly height to overfly the field and join the left-hand traffic runway 35 for touching estimate.
Pilot Edge, air traffic controllers virtually controlling the skies at all levels, just like they would in the real world. Center controllers, tower controllers, ground controllers, they are all there.
Any copy, start clearance for X621. 621, you're cleared to Lucy 8 Alpha arrival, runway 16, wind ready to extend to flight level 210.
It is absolutely sensational when you actually are talking as a pilot to a real-world controller, albeit virtual, and to have that controller talk back to you as well, and to listen to other pilots in real time. All of this is at the touch of your fingertips. There are online communities, YouTube channels, Discord communities, events, so many things that happen. It is such a massive community. And not only that, I would go as far as to say that the flight sim community is actually a community that is extremely supportive. Over the years since I've been doing this hobby, and what I've learnt and grabbed from other people in this hobby has been nothing short of sensational. The people around here are so supportive and are more than willing to give you a hand to get you to wherever you need to be in your flight simulation journey. It's a fantastic community. Now, I don't know about you, but technology is advancing at a rapid rate of knots. It was only, 30, 40 years ago that we had the Commodore 64 and the old Ataris, and now look at our computers. I remember going through a 386 SX, a 486, and the Pentium was the thing. Now we've got graphics cards that are heavier than most weights that you get at the gym. It is absolutely sensational how this technology has evolved and enabled flight simulation to come along with it. But what I'm getting at with this is that your knowledge of PC building, hardware, software, combinations and compatibility, what works, what doesn't work, keeping up with the evolving trends in technology itself, again, really stimulates the brain and keeps you active. Software add-ons. There's always new scenery being added. New scenery, new areas to go and explore, new planes to go and explore and have fun with, new weather engines, new aircraft sounds. All of these things through many, many talented developers and developing companies are happening all the time. And then there's the upgrades, the constant upgrades. You've only got to look over the years with my channel here of the upgrades and the stuff that I've been through myself, starting with a Logitech Cytec yoke system and Cytec radio panels. And you notice I'm using the name Cytec because now it's Logitech. So it became Logitech, and then I moved into Simeonic type of gear, and more recently into a force feedback yoke system. I've constantly evolved and changed as this hobby has evolved and changed. And have I sunk a few dollars in? Absolutely. And finally, but by no means the lesser important, in fact, probably one of the most important aspects of flight simulation is the stress relief, the enjoyment, the escape. You are getting away from your normal daily life. If you happen to be not a pilot, otherwise for you it's probably just something else that you do in your day job, unless you're flying some other type of aircraft in your day job. But for the vast majority of us, it's an escape. It's a way to just get out and really enjoy this hobby of flight simulation, jumping into an aircraft, flying to a location, or putting that extra upgrade into your PC just to give you that bit more boost of performance in FPS or smoothness as you go through, and cranking those settings up just that little bit more. It's a lifelong hobby, a learning hobby, one that evolves and changes and is constantly on the move. And that's what makes it so exciting. It's fun, a lot of fun, yet it's also extremely educational. And the education, when you think about it, never ends. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you so much for your time. Leave your comments down below. I would love to hear from all of you, and I will respond to each and every one of you. That is my promise to you. Look forward to catching up with you on the next one. Bye for now.